Efe was just a boy when life turned its back on him. No father, no mother, no brothers or sisters. Nothing but a small mud hut, a rusty hole, and the dry patch of farmland his father left behind. That land was his only inheritance, and he guarded it fiercely. One hot afternoon, his father's cousin, Ovie, returned to the village. If he hadn't seen him since the burial, Ovie looked different. Clean clothes, polished shoes, a shiny wristwatch, and a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. "How are you coping, my son?" he asked, sitting under the mango tree with Efe. "I'm managing," Efe said quietly. "I just want to hold on to the land my father left me." Ovie nodded slowly, but inside his mind was already working. A few days later, Ovie came back, this time with a bundle of clothes. "These belong to my son," he said. "They may fit you." Efe took them with both hands, grateful. Then came the offer. "Come and help me sweep my compound, fetch water from the well, wash the veranda. I will give you a little something for your trouble." From then on, Efe was there almost every morning, broom in hand, drawing water from the well, scrubbing the floor until it shone. He worked hard and trusted Ovie, never suspecting the man's true thoughts. One evening, Ovie called him. "Go to Mama Agba's place and buy me a keg of palm wine." "Yes, sir." "You will find the money in my cupboard beside the bed. Take what you need and leave the rest." It was the first time Efe had been sent into his room. He stepped inside slowly, opened the cupboard, and froze. Bundles of money, stacked neatly, tied with string. He had never seen that much in his life, but he counted out only what he needed, shut the cupboard carefully, and left for Mama Agba's place. That night, he lay on his mat thinking, so this is what real money looks like. The next morning, the village was shaking by shouting, "My money! My money is gone!" It was Ovie. People rushed to the compound. "Who comes into your house?" the elders asked. "Only one person," Ovie replied. "Efe." Efe was sent for. "Did you see the money?" "Yes," Efe said honestly. "But I didn't take it," the villagers muttered. "Then we'll search your house," an elder said. Before Efe could say anything, they pushed him aside and went into his hut. They entered his small hut, lifted the mat, checked the corners, and then under his wooden bed, they found it, a bag of money, tied exactly like the missing one. "I didn't put it there," Efe cried. "I don't know how it got there. But who would believe him? He was poor. He was the only one who entered the man's house. He knew where the money was kept, and now the money had been found under his bed." The village had a rule. If you stole, you would dance naked in the square and then be banished after 3 days. 3 days. That was all Efe had to prove his innocence. Efe walked through the village, feeling the eyes on him. Some shook their head. Others whispered, "Who would have thought? That quiet boy." On the second day, he went to the elders pleading, "I didn't take it. Please believe me." They sighed. "Efe, if not you, then who?" And on the third day, the drum beat echoed across the village. The sun blazed hot. The square filled with villagers. The elders sat in a circle. Efe stood in the center, barefoot, his eyes fixed on the ground, waiting for when they would start drumming for him to dance. At the corner of the square was Uzo, the village rascal, surrounded by his curious friends, who seemed excited about something. And what could that be at this time? It happened that earlier in the week, Uzo, the village rascal, was busy thinking of mischief. And here comes Efe. He decided to go tease Efe until the boy's patience snapped, and Efe had given him a sharp knock on his head. Uzo wasn't going to let it go, so he decided he would follow Efe home and give him a fright. So he crept near Efe's hut, hiding in the shadow, waiting for him to return. What Uzo saw instead froze him in a place. In the dim light, Uncle Ovie approached quietly, glancing left and right. He went straight to Efe's window and began climbing in. As he pulled himself up, the wristwatch from his hand slipped off and fell into the dust. Uzo's eyes widened. Everyone in the village has seen Ovie's wristwatch. Shiny, silver and expensive. Uzo picked it up, turning it over in his finger. He didn't know why Ovie was sneaking into Efe's hut, but something about it made his heart race. So at the village square, one of the people surrounding Uzo pointed at the silver wristwatch on Uzo's hand. "Where did you get that from?" "I found it by Efe's window," Uzo said carelessly. It dropped when his uncle was climbing in. An elder nearby froze. "What did you just say?" Uzo, sensing the attention, spoke louder. "I said I saw Efe's uncle climbing through his window. The watch fell. I picked it up." The elder turned to Ovie. "When were you climbing through the boy's window?" Ovie hesitated. I missed my way." "Miss your way? To where?" To my toilet," he muttered. The villagers erupted. Laughter, disbelief, murmurs. Everyone knew what that meant. He had planted the money to disgrace Efe and take the land. The chief elder rose to his feet. "Remove the drums. Efe will not dance today." Then he added, "Since the owner of the money put it in Efe's house himself, the money now belongs to Efe." The crowd gasped again. Efe dropped on his knees, not in shame, but in joy and relief. Some villagers covered their faces, ashamed of how quickly they had judged him. From that day, Efe's life changed. With the money, he expanded his father's land, planted crops and built goat pens. He dug fish ponds and started rearing tilapia and catfish. People from afar and near came to buy from him. The poor orphan everyone pitied became one of the most successful young farmers in the region. And his name, once dragged through the dust, now shone with respect. So, no matter how far a lie runs, the truth will find its way. Sometimes, the one who sets a trap will end up making us prosper. And as for Ovie, Efe's uncle, he shamefully carried his bag and returned to the city. The elders had decided that his punishment for trying to frame an innocent boy would be the forfeiture of his money that he planted in Ovie's hut.
Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more interesting stories.